Alright, so let's talk Deadpool 2. If you're new to the channel, please remember to hit like, subscribe, it helps a ton. But without further ado, let's get right to it. Don't worry, no spoilers. Alright, so I just got home from watching Deadpool 2. And I have to say, I think it might be better than the first one. Might get some flack for this, but I think it really might be, and I'll say why. I think the story overall is more heartfelt, and the plot is a little more interesting than the first movie was, whereas the first movie was more of an origin story. This is really building on that, and that's what makes a good sequel, right? You have the origin, and then you have the new movie that builds on what the first movie established. So this movie is building on the character and the concept and the ideas. It has some of the same characters from the first one to refer to, so you'll have better understanding if you watch the first one, but you don't have to see the first one to understand the second one. But again, I think the plot line in the second movie is a lot more interesting, more involved, more in depth. There's a lot more heart in it. There's more things to care about. It's not just a super violent meta humor bonanza, though there is that in the movie. Let's talk about the main characters here. Okay, so you have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, of course. He really embodies the character. I can't see anyone else who could play Deadpool the way that Ryan Reynolds does. He does a fantastic job giving the spirit of the character. Then we have Josh Brolin, who is destroying the box office this year. He did an amazing job as Thanos. He's got a few other movies coming out later, and he does a great job as Cable. Love the character, love what he does with them. It's kind of, well, I don't want to spoil anything. And then of course all the supporting roles are also fantastic. The ones who are returning from the first film do a great job, and some of the new characters as well do fantastic jobs in my opinion. Also, I feel like the music is so good. It's so on point. There's definitely one meme song, kind of. I'd probably become a meme. That is perfect. It's so great. And then there's lots of scenes where it's got like the stereotypical, you know, cliche slow-mo music and everything that is so perfect. And then some like one-liners that just, like, Deadpool will say something and then just immediately switches to a certain type of song, and it's pretty great. Whoever did the music for this did a great job. I have to give him props for that. Also, the meta humor is what makes Deadpool Deadpool, and there are tons of one-liners that are fantastic. There's a few plot, I don't know if you call it twists, but surprises that kind of throw you off a little bit, that I think are hilarious and great. Really enjoyed some of those little twists. Well, I think one of the best things, like I said, with the story is there's a few parts in the story that are a little bit darker or more serious, but the thing is the overall feel of the film is lighthearted because of all the wisecracking and jokes and meta humor and everything. It really brings the tone down, and it keeps it in this realm of you can address these really serious topics, but it never feels like you're like, oh my gosh, this is overburdened, you know? And they kind of joke, obviously, with that, like in the trailer, how he says, like, are you part of the DC universe? Or whatever. So they kind of joke around with that a little bit, but just the way that they do that, it really lets them build and develop a really great storyline with great characters without letting the tension and the seriousness of some of the plot lines to get too dark. Overall, Deadpool 2 is awesome. It builds on what the first Deadpool established. It keeps a lot of the same jokes and gags and stuff as the first one had, while giving some new ones, adding a few new dynamics with some new characters and things. And the plot line is, I think, really well written, and definitely the jokes, even to the plot line, are pretty good, spot on. The acting is great, the music is great, and I think, just to wrap everything up, I think it has one of the best post-credit scenes of any Marvel movie. It's absolutely hilarious, and I feel like Ryan Reynolds had a pretty decent say in some of the stuff in the post-credit scenes. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Let me know in the comments below. Did you like it more than Deadpool 1? Did you like it less? How did you feel about it? What did you think about the new characters and their interactions and things like that? What about some of the one-liners? What are some of your favorite one-liners? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell too as well, so you'll know when all of our new videos come out. As always, thanks for watching, guys.